Hello everyone. Our topic today is Chapter 3, Lesson 1, The Value of Reading.
Expose. Reading being a life skill has been inculcated in the school system from the time the child enters school. To recapture how this skill is given premium in watching and learning, authorities have shared their varied but parallel ideas. This statement emphasizes the importance of reading as a fundamental skill taught in schools. It suggests that the significance of reading has been recognized since a child's early school years. To highlight the value placed on this skill in the process of teaching and learning, educational authorities have shared diverse yet similar perspectives on the subject. On reading, according to Stanley 2007, characterizes reading as a dynamic process of constructing meaning from written text. That emphasizes that reading is not merely decoding words, but involves synthesizing various sources of information to comprehend the text effectively. This highlights the complexity of reading, which demands the coordination of different cognitive skills. And the definition from teachreading.info 2013 concisely defines reading as a cognitive activity centered on decoding symbols to derive meaning. This definition underscores the fundamental aspects of reading, which involves understanding the symbols, which is the letters and words, and their significance in conveying information.
To continue, we have then Chant 1991 as cited by Maxeka 2007. Reading is a visual process that begins with one's ability to use one's vision to interpret graphic symbols. So, reading starts with a visual process. It relies on our ability to use our vision to understand and interpret graphic symbols, such as letters and words. So, in other words, the first step in reading is to visually recognize and comprehend the symbols on the page before we can proceed to understand their meaning. We also have Short K and Harsted G. 1996 added that it is an active process of constructing meaning of words. It is likewise a number of interactive processes between the reader and the text in which readers use their knowledge to build, create, and construct meaning. So according to this, reading is an active process where readers actively construct the meanings of words. It involves interaction between the reader and the text, where readers use their existing knowledge and understanding to build and create meaning from the text, which means that readers don't just receive information, but instead they actively engage with the text, constructing their own understanding based on their prior knowledge and experiences. Next, we have Sheridan E. 1991. The traditional skills model view of reading is a bottom-up or data-driven processing model. So in this view of reading, letters are perceived in left-to-right sequence until a word is perceived as a whole. Meaning is obtained and related to other words in the sentence, thus activating the dominant schema and particular concepts. So, the traditional skills model or of reading is a bottom-up or data-driven processing model. It means that when we read, we start with individual letters and then process them in a left-to-right sequence until we recognize them as a whole words. Once we perceive a word, we then relate its meaning to the other words in the sentence. It activates our existing knowledge and concepts that are stored in our mind, so it is also known as the schemas. So this approach emphasizes the importance of decoding individual letters and words to understand the overall meaning of the text. So Ravender S. 2019 expressed then that reading being a process that involves recognizing words, it leads to the development of comprehension. So reading is a process that begins with recognizing words. When we read, we start by visually identifying and understanding the words on the page. The initial step of word recognition is important or significant because it forms the foundation of comprehension. So once we realize the words, we can then process their meaning, understand their relationships within the text, and ultimately comprehend the overall message being conveyed. In essence, word recognition is a gateway to comprehension in the reading process.
On reading comprehension, after being exposed to the ideas of reading from the different authorities, comprehension, the end of reading, is hereby defined and explained by the other set of experts. So according to Snow 2010, comprehension is about both constructing and extracting meaning from text through interaction and engagement. Success depends on matching reader skills, text difficulty, and attention. For example, when reading a challenging article about space exploration, a reader with prior knowledge in astronomy might find it easier to comprehend compared to someone with little background in the subject. Matching the reader's skills with the text difficulty helps ensure successful comprehension. Then, next is, according to K-12 reader reading instructional resources, comprehension is an intentional, active, and interactive process that involves engaging with a piece of writing before and during and after reading. So example, before reading a story, a reader might predict what will happen based on the title and cover. During reading, they actively ask questions and make connections with their own experiences. After finishing, they reflect on the themes and messages of the story. This active engagement enhances comprehension. The next is, according to Denchant 1991, reading comprehension is about understanding what you read by using your own experiences and knowledge. For example, if you're reading a story about a character feeling lonely, you might understand it better if you've ever felt lonely yourself. Then the next one, Anderson 1994. Comprehension involves creating mental structures to make sense of what you're reading. For instance, if you're reading about a recipe, you might activate your schema for cooking to understand the steps and ingredients better. Next is, according to Abao et al. 2009, reading comprehension is an active process where you exchange ideas and think critically. For example, when reading a news article, you might think about different perspectives and analyze the information to form your own opinion. Then, next, according to Kendu 2015, emphasizes that understanding the main goal of reading, which is comprehension, is crucial for functioning well in society. Having a clear understanding of this skill is essential for success. For example, imagine someone reading a manual for assembling furniture. Without comprehending the instructions, they might struggle to put the pieces together correctly. However, if they understand the text well, they can successfully assemble the furniture and use it effectively. Individuals are introduced to the skill of reading comprehension early in their education and further develop it, especially if they are studying to become English teachers like us. As future educators, they are expected to be highly skilled in this area, as it's a fundamental aspect of their academic training and essential for their professional role. It implies that as students and future teachers of English, there's an expectation of proficiency in reading comprehension. This proficiency is not just for academic purposes, but also for real-life applications. As reading comprehension is a skill that is vital in various aspects of life beyond the classroom.
For the last part of our discussion on purpose of reading. So reading serves various purposes that are essential for students' academic success and overall well-being. According to Hammer 2009, these purposes include career preparation, language acquisition, vocabulary enhancement, English writing modeling, topic introduction, and discussion stimulation. So each of these purposes will be discussed one by one. We have career preparation. So reading exposes students to a wide range of subjects, ideas, and information that are relevant to their future careers. It helps them acquire the knowledge and skills necessary for success in their chosen professions. Language acquisition. So reading exposes students to different language structures, styles, and registers, thereby enhancing their language proficiency. Exposure to written text helps students develop their reading comprehension skills and improve their overall language competence. In vocabulary enhancement, reading introduces students to new words and phrases and context, expanding their vocabulary and deepening their understanding of language. Regular reading exposures contribute significantly to the vocabulary growth and retention. So in English writing modeling, through reading various texts written in English, students learn about effective writing techniques, styles, and conventions. They can model their own writing after what they have read, improving their writing skills and fluency. In topic introduction, reading exposes students to a diverse array of topics and subjects beyond their immediate experiences. It broadens their knowledge base and stimulates curiosity about different fields of study and areas of interest. It is also well known that books has different areas of topics and subjects. It allows students to experience things through reading. Next, we have discussion stimulation. Reading provides students with material for meaningful discussions and debates. It encourages critical thinking, analysis, and interpretation of text, fostering lively and engaging classroom conversations. Moreover, Charlton E. 2019 highlights additional benefits of reading, such as longevity, improved absorption from physical books, skill development, vocabulary enrichment, and cognitive health preservation. Longevity. Reading has been linked to increased longevity, suggesting that regular reading habits may contribute to a longer and healthier life. Improve absorption from physical books. Charlton suggests that reading from physical books may enhance absorption of content compared to digital formats. So, physical books may offer a more immersed reading experience, allowing the readers to engage more deeply in the material. Next, skill development. Reading promotes the development of various cognitive and literacy skills, including critical thinking, analytical reasoning, and problem solving. Additionally, it fosters creativity and imagination, helping individuals, especially students, to develop into a well-rounded individuals. Next, vocabulary enrichment. Like Hammer, Charlton underscores the role of reading in enriching vocabulary. So, exposures to a wide range of words and expressions in context helps expand vocabulary and deepen understanding of language nuances. Next, in cognitive health preservation. So, regular reading has been associated with preserved cognitive function and a reduced risk of cognitive decline in later life. So, engaging in a mental stimulating activities like reading may help maintain cognitive health and ward off age-related cognitive decline. Recognizing the significance of reading in education, students should be taught reading effectively, with strategies carefully chosen to meet their needs. As a future teachers, it is crucial to be mindful of the key principles in reading or in teaching reading to ensure that academic engagement remains relevant and sustainable.